to the Tatted Tatter Crochet and Tatting podcast. My name is Stephanie and I'm coming to you from Southern California. And this video is all about the Killmonger Cowl / Cal. So the Killmonger Cowl is my first design and it's being released on October 1st. And that's also going to be the day that we're starting the Killmonger Cowl. So this video is all about the details of the cowl and the cowl, and then I'll record my regular podcast. It's going to be a long one, so I wanted to separate them so we can have all of the information in one place for the cowl. So this is the Killmonger Cowl. You've seen it before if you've been watching the podcast, and it is my first original design. And it is a sport weight pattern, uses approximately 125 grams of sport weight yarn. You can use more or less depending, the pattern is very customizable, but it's made up in sections, one of puff stitches and then one with a V-stitch pattern. It's crocheted as a flat scarf, and so you can keep it as a flat scarf or you can seam it to make it a cowl or an infinity scarf, whatever makes you happy. And the pattern has been tested and tech edited. I'm working on getting the final details done so that it can go live on Ravelry October 1st, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it'll be $4 to help cover the costs of creating it, the time, the tech editing, all that kind of fun stuff. And this is what the first page looks like. So you can see 125 grams sport weight yarn, uses a 4mm hook. I use US terms, and then this is definitely beginner / easy pattern. All of the stitches are explained, how to do the seaming and the blocking, all of that is explained in the pattern. And the actual pattern itself for the what to do on each individual row is a single page, so that if you are someone who likes to print out your patterns, you can print that page out so it's printer friendly, all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm very proud of it. I think it's really great. I love the cowl. I'll be wearing it for the next couple days in honor of the release. My version is made with Malabrigo yarn, the Arroyo base, which is 100% superwash merino, and it's sport weight. And this is the Diana colorway, so the variegated yarn, and then this is Sunset is the colorway. And so basically you can make it in any colors that you want. The idea behind the original is that there's a variegated colorway for the V-stitch sections, and then you make the puff stitches in a semi-solid that matches some of the tones in the variegated. So I'll show you in my regular podcast. I'm making a fingering weight version, and that is a similar idea, just with very different colors, more like a burgundy wine color. But you can make it in whatever yarn you want. You can make a worsted weight version, you can make a fingering weight version, sport, DK. Really, it's very customizable, and as long as your row count, your stitch count in a row is a multiple of 2, you're good to go. So yeah, very exciting. And then once I do finish the fingering weight version, I will update the pattern on Ravelry so that you can have that as well if you want the counts and everything for that. So that'll be included in the cost for anyone that buys it. So that's the cowl. Please check it out. And there will be a couple of project pages for the people who tested it for me, so you can see what they made. Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet made a cotton blend version. Zelda from Zelda NRJ3 on YouTube, she made 2 worsted weight versions. And then I also had a couple of other testers, and so they'll put it up on Ravelry as well, I hope, after I send them the final version, after I finish making all the edits from the tech editor. And yeah, it's very exciting. Yay! So please do go check it out on Ravelry. Of course, I'll put a link in the drop-down menu when it is finally published tomorrow morning. this video is going to go up on Sunday, and then it'll be published, the pattern will be published on Monday morning. So that leads into the cowl, which is kind of in celebration of the pattern, so, or at least it being released. And so what we're gonna do is October 1st to November 16th is the Killmonger Cowl. I'll put it up so you can see the hashtag. And it is Avengers themed. So this Killmonger is one of the characters from the Black Panther, both the comic books and the movie. So I'm specifically thinking about the movie when I created this pattern. And what I was doing was, someone was doing, oh, it was the Summer of Romance cowl that Claudia of Crochet Luna and then Crochet Cakes, Clarisabeth were doing. And so I wanted to make something for Killmonger because it was around the time that Black Panther came out, and I really love that movie, and I really liked Killmonger as like a bad boy character. But I couldn't find any patterns that I really liked that went along with it. And I had these two yarns that I knew as soon as I saw them were Killmonger, even before I wanted to do anything for the cowl. And so I just made it up myself. So the V-stitch is kind of, all of these are like vague representations, you know, artistic interpretations of the character. But the V-stitches are meant to be like the teeth on their costume, and then the puff stitches are meant to be like the markings that Killmonger has on his skin. And I thought the colors were perfect, and it worked out really well, and it took me forever to come up with the pattern, but once I did it, I was really happy with it, and I think that you're gonna like it too. So for the cowl, you can make anything Avengers related, and I don't care if it's the yarn or the pattern or that one green color kind of reminds you of that one time you went to go see that Thor movie. Doesn't matter, whatever. As long as it's Avengers themed and you can explain it when you post it in the finished objects thread. You can make whatever you want, and it needs to be made out of yarn, so no sewing. I feel like the themed cowls for something like Avengers is, you can easily find fabric and things like that, so I want to make it a little bit more specific and say that it has to be made out of yarn. Or thread. I feel like cross stitch and that kind of stuff would totally work for this too. And what you need to do to enter for the prizes is there's a chatter thread on Ravelry and a finished objects thread. So I've created a Ravelry page for the Tatted Tatter podcast. I'll put all the links, right? So there's gonna be a winner for the chatter thread, a winner for the finished objects thread, and then there will be an Instagram winner. So just post all of your stuff, use Killmonger Cowl for the Instagram posts, and I'm accumulating prizes, so I do have, of course, people will win the Killmonger Cowl pattern. If you already have it, then there will be an alternative, because Hannah of the Cozy Cottage Crochet has also offered us some of her patterns as prizes, so the winners will be able to pick whichever of her patterns you want, and she will send that to you once we pick the winners. And then I'm also going to Stitches SoCal in the beginning of November, and so I will buy some yarn for the winners as well. And the chatter thread and the finished object thread in Ravelry will be a random number generated. The winner will be, anyway, that made sense in my head. And then the Instagram will kind of be a my choice thing, and I'm still kind of toying around with what exactly that'll look like and what the winners will get and that kind of thing for the Instagram. But certainly will be yarn and patterns, and if you would like to contribute anything to the prizes, please do let me know. I'm gonna make some stitch markers, all kinds of fun stuff. So please do participate. I'd love to see what you all make. If you make the Killmonger Cowl, you can enter it into the finished object thread on Ravelry twice. So basically just post your finished object twice, so that gives you 2 entries into the finished object thread. So, and of course Hannah is doing her nerd along right now, which I didn't even think of the last time I talked about this, but we're both fine with double dipping, so if you want to enter your thing into your finished object into the nerd along as well over on Cozy Cottage Crochet's Ravelry group, then you are more than welcome. Please do. It needs to be your project needs to be less than 50% done by October 1st, tomorrow. Again, to make it a little bit more fair so that people have an opportunity to finish what they're making in the time frame that we're giving. And if you make the Killmonger Cowl twice, you get 2 entries. Yarn related, double dipping is totally fine. I think that's all the details on that. So I can't wait to see what you all make. I love Marvel and Avengers and all that kind of fun stuff, so have at it. Peanut. Peanut. Nah. Come say hello. Come here. Come here. See? Say hi to the people. Say hello, people. I hope to see you in the cowl. Hello. One of these days I'm gonna make something peanut themed. I'm sure she'll love it. Good. All right, so excited about this pattern release. I cannot wait. Tomorrow morning, October 1st at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And the cowl starting, and I already have a couple of things in mind that I'm gonna make for the cowl as well. Of course, I cannot enter my own crochet along, but I can enter them in the nerd along because they'll already be nerdy, so can't wait. Neither can Peanut, apparently. She's very excited. But yeah, so excited. I'm gonna edit this and start to upload it so that I can record my regular podcast, which is gonna be a lot. I have a lot to show you. My in-laws are in town, so we're gonna go hang out with them. So the podcast might not go up until tonight or tomorrow morning, but this video I wanted to get out so we are all ready for the cowl and the cowl. So I can't wait to see you all and see what you make, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.